How's it going, Internet? Best Assassin here, bringing you a pre-Hunger Games video warning. Alright, so if you guys plan on seeing or reading the book The Great Gatsby, I'm going to advise you guys to stop watching the video here, just because I'm going to talk about it, and I'm not sure, well, I might give spoilers, because I'm not like a great movie, reviewer or anything. And with that being said, I also have the Hunger Games going in the background as I tell you guys about it. So with that being said, I'm going to have the curtains open, and I will speak to you guys then. And we're here with Hunger Games, and I'm going to let you guys know right now, Great Gatsby is probably going to be one of my favorite movies of the year. And that's actually a pretty early story, because you got movies like Percy Jackson, Sea of Monsters, Catching Fire, stuff like that. Coming out, Kick-Ass 2, a bunch of good movies coming out. And to top it all off, I get to talk to you guys about my thoughts on it, which is pretty amazing. I won't lie. The movie was great. I don't care. In my opinion, the movie was great. Everybody else probably thinks it sucks. What I've heard from most people, they said it sucks, but in my opinion, it actually did amazing for movie. Well, it's Baz Luhrmann, I'm just saying. Does some great work. But the way Leonardo DiCaprio, Carey Mulligan, Tobey Maguire portrayed the characters, the way they all portrayed the characters actually, so real. It actually felt like you were in the 20s. Now, there was like some problems with it, like the music. Like, I understand most of the music was based from the 1920s, based off the 1920s actually, but they could have kind of went. Oh, they could have. I felt like they went overboard with the music selection. I'm not like criticizing, but I'm criticizing. Yeah, I have no clue how to put that in words. And that lag. Alright. Did it? Alright. So, yeah, so I'm just gonna tell you guys the basic characters who were in the movie. I'm trying not to spoil it too much for people who are gonna go see it, even though I did give like a pre-video warning. But as I was saying, let's go ahead. So the story follows a dude named J. Gatsby. Alright, I don't know. Yeah, it's not worth the time or the risk. But it follows him, and he is madly in love with a girl named Daisy Buchanan, who lives right across the bay on West Egg. Now, Gatsby lives on a less fashionable East Egg, but he picked that spot for a reason that is everything. I'm gonna let you guys know right now, everything Gatsby does is to make sure Daisy is happy. So, that being said, every choice he makes, every decision that has been done, everything that he does is for Daisy. He wants to make Daisy happy. He loves Daisy. I mean, who wouldn't want to make the person they like happy? Okay. No, please. Wow. Alright. So, that being said, Gatsby is madly in love. I mean, like, madly. He's done great lengths, and the parties he throws are just extraordinary. The way they're portrayed in the movie it's just like in the book. Everything is right. People aren't invited. People show up. People just show up and everything. And I will say it's actually a pretty great portrayal of Gatsby's parties. So the story is from Nick's point of view. Everything that goes on is from Nick's eyes, which is a very rare scene. I don't see many artists or writers who can pull that off, like Fitzgerald did. But it's just amazing that that dude can do that. And those juke skills are going to save my life by the end of the day. But it was such a great movie that I actually felt attached to the characters. Leonardo DiCaprio pulled off a great Gatsby. I mean, it was just amazing the way the dude acted. He was shy, he was nervous when he first saw Daisy. When they meet for tea at Nick's house, he's shy and nervous, which in the book he was too. But I'm just saying, Caprio, great job at pulling that off. I don't think anybody else could have pulled that off as well as you did. And Nick is Tobey Maguire actually did a pretty good job. I mean, he's well known for Spider-Man, but that movie just proves that he can play in many parts in a way that's amazing. Amazing is what I have. Amazing is the key word for this little rant about The Great Gatsby. I mean, it was amazing. There's no words I can say that can make me change my mind, actually. It was just great. So yeah, the plot... at first, when I first read the book for, English class, I was like, oh, okay, book. I read a lot, but I like Percy Jackson, action stuff, like Battle Royale, anything Rick Riordan has written, everything. So that was sort of out of my comfort zone. But as I followed along with the story, I realized that it was well written, elaborate. It was complex yet simple, so that way people can understand. And what made me more interested in the book was the fact that it was written to portray what the 1920s was like in America. So the Roaring Twenties, the Jazz Age, everything was inspired and written down by this dude, F. Scott Fitzgerald, who he felt like he was a failure at writing his stories because his book didn't get great recognition in his lifetime, which is sad because the way it was written was so simple yet so beautifully written that people just didn't see it back then because they were more focused on the music, the art. I mean, that was the same time the Harlem Renaissance was going on and everything. I sound like a history dude right now. I should record this. Oh wait, I am recording this. Alright, this is great. Sound like a great historian. But it was just so sad. I looked into Fitzgerald as we were reading the book, and it was sad that no one else recognized his work during that time. His work started getting recognition around the 1950s. That's when the New York Times picked it up. At first, I remember in English, my English teacher, she showed us the reviews for it back at that time. 1920s was it was a plain, bland, boring book, and then she showed us one from the 50s. It was a vast, great book portraying a time in American history. But it wasn't until the 2000s where they started making kids read it in in English class that it got the biggest recognition. The New York Times called it a beautiful artwork written about a time in our history that so beautiful. The story of Gatsby itself was just amazing. A man and there was so many great symbolism in it as well, like the eyes of T.J. Uckelberg, the giant billboard you guys see in the trailer, represent the eyes of God, the green light, hope for the future. His white suit, white purity. The man was pure. Man was pure, and then like the pink, the yellow, the golden car. Just a lot of great symbolism in it that represented that time period in the book. Which is amazing. And Baz Luhrmann has showed that as he directed the play. He has the golden car, the way the characters act, everything that's just well put together. And what I have to say about it is that it's just a great masterpiece for a movie. It is personally one of my favorite movies of the year. And if I know, for the few people that watch this, they'll be like, "Well, what about Iron Man? I don't like Iron Man. I get hated for this at school a lot by my friends. How do you not like Iron Man? Well, I don't like Iron Man. He sucks. I respect him as a hero, but like everything else, I don't hate the dude. Like, I'm not saying, oh, he sucks. Go somewhere. It's just that I don't really like him as a Marvel character. But that being said, things Great Gatsby. It's a great film. I recommend you guys go see it. It's not peculiar for most people's taste, but for me, reading the book and then seeing the movie, most people like. Don't get me wrong. The book will always be better than the movie. Like it's never. There's never gonna be a time where the movie's greater than the book. Only time a movie is great is like if it's just written to be a movie, not like it was a book first, then that. Because in that case, the book will be better. Because the book is a masterpiece. It goes in depth about everything, and it was just so. Baz Luhrmann, great job on the movie. It was just so beautifully done that I'm not gonna say I didn't cry or anything, but the way he portrayed the characters, I can't get over it. That dude was turned something great. I mean, I've seen the 2000 adaptation of the movie, and it was just so well written that I wish I was able to see all the versions. I mean, 1970s version, I've seen that one. I have not seen the 1949 version of it or the 1920s. And if I am able to find a 1920s version of it, I will sell. I will not sell. I will actually reproduce it if it's good, because the 1920 version is considered a lost film. Like, no, there's no evidence of it where it went. So just to find something like that's like a piece of history, American history. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Carey Mulligan, beautiful as ever. Leonardo DiCaprio is a great actor and such. I don't need these things. I actually need better armor or a sword at least. But yeah, so it was just a well written, well directed movie overall. It did the book justice, in my opinion. In my opinion, they did the book great justice. I mean, it was so well written. That has to be the best version of The Great Gatsby to come out soon, and I don't think anybody will be able to top that. Top that in the future if they do make more remakes of it. Like Baz Luhrmann, that movie, if not made, it's gonna make him more well known than what he already is. I'm just so I can't describe it besides just amazing, great, great like the Great Gatsby. Hey, so it was just so well written that I can't say I disliked it. I know I'm gonna lose this Hunger Games, but I'm so glad that I was able to get my point across. Unless I can like find a better weapon, I know I'm just done. But there's a chest right there. A bow. I can at least fight with some dignity. Okay. Let's go ahead and explore more places. So, Great Gatsby, great film. Go check it out if you guys want to. It's just my opinion of it. If you guys get confused from anything, I do recommend you read the book. That is a high recommendation. I'm gonna let you know though that it starts off pretty slow. That's the reason why most people, including myself, didn't like it at first. But once it picks up, it's so simple yet so amazing. So simple yet so complex and beautifully written that it didn't do Fitzgerald justice. That he can't he didn't live to see his artwork become a masterpiece, like a well-loved book across the world. Actually, like that book has been selling millions ever since Baz made a movie, and since they made kids start reading it, it's been selling like wildfire. And it's just sad. It's the sad story of a great writer. If only he was able to see what he has written now, like what his work has done, he'd probably cry and be happy knowing that he's not a failure at writing. He's actually a pretty great writer. So yeah, we went to see the movie today. I'm gonna tell you about the movie trip now. And we had to eat at some nasty place. I wouldn't say nasty. It was actually pretty good. But on the bus, I sat next to my friend Tiffany. She was like, we were watching some movie. I don't know what was it called. It was like called Most Popular Girls in School. And I will say that it's the dumbest YouTube series I've ever seen. But for some reason, like most YouTube series, I kept watching it. And it was just hilarious. Deathmatch. Deathmatch. Double deathmatch. Yes. No, that flint and steel is actually gonna save my life. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Get it. Alright, let's go ahead and organize real quick. Alright, well, I'm going in with the fight. Oh god. Alright, let's do this. GG. Well, yeah, as I said before, guys, if you guys enjoyed my little rant about the Great Gatsby, or you guys enjoyed the gameplay, leave a nice little like and a comment. And if you guys saw anything I can improve on, well, let me know. And I recommend you guys go check out the Great Gatsby, or if you can, read the book first, then see the movie, because it's just a beautiful masterpiece. Both the movie and the book together. The movie did the book justice, and I can very rarely say that. So with that being said, I am the best assassin signing off, and I will talk to you guys later.